One of the first and most popular super anti-heroes, cartoonist Bill Everett's Namor the Submariner, or Mariner if you're nasty, debuted in 1939's Marvel Comics #1 as the avenging bastard son of a human sea captain and Atlantean royalty. Outcasted by two worlds, Everett's Namor is driven by a volatile complexity, righteously angry and deeply egotistical, yet profoundly wounded and vulnerable. Namor seems drawn from his creator's struggles as an ambitious, creative, autodidact, and alcoholic. A wanderer, seeking, but wary of acceptance. Personal obsessions that might have ultimately morphed Namor into a one-dimensional villain had the onset of World War II not provided a greater good for which to fight. But though the war would give clarity of purpose, its end would take it. With interest in superheroes dwindling, the Submariner saw cancellation in 1949, and Everett exited comics. As a result, DC Comics moved quickly to reposition their Aquaman as the Long John Silver to Namor's Captain D, muddying the water by retconning his origins to match Everett's deep-fried deep-sea recipe. A move which would have probably gone forever unchallenged, had the Marvel of the 1960s not sought to keep the rights of timeless properties from lapsing to their creators. Thus, the Fantastic Four #4 saw the new Human Torch discover a homeless Namor, alive and amnesic. Memories returned, Namor was quickly back about that action, battling with and against the heroes of the surface, thirst-trapping the Invisible Woman, and just generally flexing on anyone. With his creation thriving, Everett also returned to comics. Despite his struggles with addiction, the regard in which Stan Lee held Everett encouraged Marvel to keep him at least sporadically employed throughout the 1960s, a period for which Everett worked mostly as an anchor, but would also draw on his daughter's diagnosis as legally blind to co-create Daredevil. By 1972, the now clean and sober Everett finally returned to Submariner, a miraculous and notable run on which Everett did arguably his best work, before the decades of damage done to his body took their tragic toll in his life in 1973. Today, the MCU has reimagined Namor's Atlantis as Talocan, an echo of Mayan culture, freed from impact of colonization and influence, wrestling to balance its traditions with its fears, ambitions, and place in the world. Perhaps a fitting legacy for a character and creator whose greatest opponents have always seemed to lie in the depths of their own reflection.